so passionate and so experimental in my own journey. And learning about the cell, like the cell biology, like I felt so uncertain and so afraid years ago. I didn't know what to eat. There was this doctor in this field, this expert in this field over here saying this is good. And then I go over there and I watch this video and there's this other expert in this field and they're saying the exact opposite. I'm like, oh my gosh. As soon as I start to feel like I'm comfortable in making a decision, I then am realize that I know nothing and I just feel lost. I don't know what to do. So I just go back to the basic foundations. Just bring yourself back to the foundations. Our body is basically earth. So we hold a charge similar to the earth. The earth also holds a charge. If you've never heard of grounding, when we go stand on the ground, it tickles our mitochondria. There's an electron transport chain. Like this is already so small and invisible. And then when you go down deeper, there's even more things happening on the inside. And the electron transport chain, like that is our energy of the body. That is where like our food gets broken down, goes all the way through. And this is how we produce ATP. This is like energy. This is cell money, currency, cell currency. This is the energy of the cell. This is the energy of the immune system and the brain and your skin cells and your hair cells and your heart cells, all the cells, you know? And so when I started to, I had no idea. I was in no man's land, like maybe some of you, just, I don't know what I should do. And I said, Rachel, you know what? We're gonna learn. We're gonna get some foundations down and we're going to stick to those like nobody's business. The foundations are like, how can I boost my mitochondria? Again, grounding. I actually sleep on a grounding mat. I go outside every day. I try to every single day if I can. Put my little feet on the ground. Get my little eyes in the sunlight. That morning sun. Ooh, that morning sun hits a very important axis of the brain. An axis that controls all of our hormones. Every process that you could imagine, like you want to improve your skin health, pay attention to this axis that's controlled by light. So I go outside, I get in the sunlight, I put my feet on the ground, and I eat the amino and the fatty acids because that's what the cell is made of. Like there's a really important step in the second portion of, there's like 4 major steps of the electron transport chain inside the mitochondria. And the second step requires carnitine. You don't have carnitine, there is no energy going to be produced. Where does carnitine come from? Well, we do synthesize it endogenously. Synthesize means build. Endogenous means within. So we build carnitine from within, from the essential amino acids lysine and methionine. So these lysine, methionine, so if you go and you do some little bit of research and you want to dig, ask questions. And it's so hard because you really have to have when you get into the cell biology, you really have to have, when you're Googling for things, you got to have like a certain foundation, like where you sticking down, and you got to have your ears open. Like, is this true or is this false? Because there's a lot of information out there that's really misleading, I'll say. But carnitine, lysine, and methionine, if you Google this process of how we synthesize and create this in the body, you can Google like, what does carnitine synthesis look like on a plant diet? They have less lysine and methionine in plants. They have more lysine and methionine in animal protein amino acids. So personally, from a monetary standpoint, when I'm going to eat, I want as many amino acids as I possibly can get. As many. what I'm going to hit that bird, I'm going to hit them 2 birds with 1 stone. You know what I'm saying? When I'm going to eat, I want the most potent code I can get. And that's what our amino and fatty acids are. They're codes. So when I'm eating animal-based, most of the time, I'm also going to get those fatty acids along with the essential amino acids. So we call these essential because we need to get them from our diet. If we lack amino acids, we start to be in a disease state. All the disease states require is a lack of nutrients, and then the body starts going awry. And that lack of nutrients could be due to a chronic stress response turned on. So if you're depleting at a fast rate, if you're unable to slow down, regulate the nervous system, rest, it doesn't matter how many nutrients you're going to get in the diet. If we can't outrun the stress response. We got to find a way to slow down, and then also to get the amino and the fatty acids. So I eat the animal-based proteins majority of the time, and I fast, mostly for monetary reasons, because why not? Health is wealth, you know, but also too for potency. But so carnitine is synthesized from lysine and methionine. If I can get more lysine and methionine in my diet, I can synthesize more carnitine and have more energy flow in the mitochondria and in every single cell. And when you get to like neurons in the brain, like the big major organs, okay, so brain, heart, kidneys, lungs, there's so many, like there's only 3 mitochondria in this picture, but there could be thousands. There could be thousands. And in the brain, who knows? Maybe there's trillions or billions or millions. I don't know. I'm just enthusiastic. If you're looking for accuracy, go elsewhere. This is entertainment. But we want to feed this electron transport chain as much as possible. These are the foundations. And like drinking water that also has minerals in it. Throw some salt in there. Throw some lemon in there. You know, bring it back to the earth. What else? Rest. And then movement. It's so important. Like if you only have time to exercise, let's say you only got a 10-minute power walk, did you know that your walking speed is based on the amount of muscle mass that you have on your body? And think about this, okay? Think about an elderly person. How fast do they walk? A lot of them walk real slow. What else happens when we age? We lose our muscle mass. So think about this. Consider this. A potent 10-minute walk whenever you can. In the morning is great. In the afternoon after you eat dinner is great. But walking with intention, potency, walk with your speed. Like pick up your speed, pick up your heart rate. Imagine what that could do for your total body muscle mass, right? If our muscle mass is correlated to our walking speed, we can also correlate that walking speed into the health of our muscle mass, right? Lean muscle mass. And the health of our mitochondria. You know what I'm saying? So, love yourself. Love yourselves. I'm trying to think if I left out any like real core pillars. I mean, I can't think of anything. Sunlight, sleep during the 10 and 2 a.m. hours. I know it's hard for some people work nights. But the darkness is related to melatonin release. Melatonin is mama nature. Melatonin is our key to our health and our life. Like I said, when we age, our melatonin drops. Our delta wave sleep state in the brain, we go through all those deep sleep wave states to help clean out the brain at night. That lowers, you know? So we want to always, and then it's like, where does melatonin come from? It comes from tryptophan that we get from the essential amino acids that we need to be eating. So it's just, all this is part of the cycle. It's just like juggling. I throw the ball up and it comes down. In the morning, when I go out in the sun, my cortisol comes up. At night, it goes back down. Same thing the next day. Up, down. Rest, play. Work hard, rest hard. On and off, night and day. Expansion and contraction. Breathwork is a good foundation too, right? It's a great foundation. It's like if you have no access to like anything else, There's so many breathwork videos. Come on, you're on YouTube. Look you up some Wim Hof or just anybody, any type of breathwork. I wish you luck. I wish this video I hope it's helpful for you. So the place of empowerment, oh gosh, to wrap up this video, I went so far off the beaten path, as always. Keep me on track. If you have fear in your body and you're making your decision about health, if you're afraid that you will succumb to some sort of dis-ease or disharmony in the body, buckle down on your foundations. Understand how to feed the mitochondria. How can I support my immune system? I support my immune system, which protects me all the time. Like, your immune system has been alive since you were little. And all the time, we always have viruses, bacterial, cancer cells floating in the body. Believe in your body's ability to protect you, your immune function. Your immune function is going to be based on your mitochondrial function and the healthiness of your cell, right? And then one of the biggest major glands of the immune system is sitting right in front of the heart. So your cardiovascular exercise, your expansions and your contractions and your chest cavity matter. Your exercise, your movement, it all matters, right? So we want to engage with the body, engage with your heart rate. You know, even if you take a hot bath, ooh, hot bath, great one. Hot bath, like a hot sauna, you know what I'm saying? Draw a hot bath, sit in the bath, let your heart rate come up. That's passive exercise, you know? So lean into what you know. Lean into your strengths. When you feel afraid, lean into your strengths. You feel afraid, go for a walk. Go get in the sun. I'm doing good things for my body right now. It builds up your strength and your confidence in yourself. And it's constant work in progress, you know? It's a daily activity. It's a daily rhythm. This confidence is a daily rhythm. This coming back home to yourself, daily rhythm. Fall in love with your body again. Go put your feet on the ground. Go get in the sun. Move, you know? Life is hectic, but we can only do what we can. Anyway, if you want to support me, I got my Venmo down in the description below. Thank you so much if you've watched this far. As always, I wish you luck.